Hello Libra friends, welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. So happy to have you all here with me today. Happy December, happy Sagittarius and Capricorn season, depending on when you watch this, and happy holidays. Oh my goodness, it's almost 2020. I can't believe it. So let's settle in. We are going to do your December into January love reading. As always, guys, general messages is what I'm spinning out for you here today. So it is up to you to take away the messages that you feel are meant for you, that are for your best and highest good. Ultimately, you are always going to be the driver on your own spiritual path. These messages, you can take it or leave it as advice, guidance, inspiration, motivation. It is my desire to give you messages that empower you. And as always, love yourself first. That's very important. So what do you need to know? Everything else is written in the description box below. That includes the decks I'm using here today, as well as my social media. I am the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram. Drop a like, share, subscribe wherever you can, including somewhere on this video here. I would certainly appreciate it. Ooh, lovers, bottom of your deck. I like that. We'll see if it comes out again. Yeah, like, subscribe. I hit 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel recently, which is insane. So I am so grateful and thankful to all those who have kind of been on this journey with me so far. But welcome to the newbies. I'm happy to have you as well, and cross watchers are welcome. If this doesn't resonate with you, feel free to check your sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, particularly your Venus sign. That's going to be helpful in a love reading. And check out some of the other fantastic readers on YouTube. Don't limit yourself to one, right? All right, so my beautiful Libras, Libras in love, messages for their best and highest good, December into January. If you don't currently have a person, this may represent someone coming in. It could also represent somebody you haven't met yet, okay? Come into this with an open heart and an open mind, and again, take away the messages that you feel are meant for you. Everything else, it's probably a message for someone else if it doesn't resonate. All right, we'll take one of these to get you started for my Libras here and now. All right, so to get you started, I'm going to read a little blurb. It's about a paragraph from this book because it summarizes it so well, better than just me yakking on for 20 minutes about it. 32. All right, here and now, relationship message. It's easy to yearn for a love affair or friendship you may not have right now. One that is more romantic, more fun, more reliable, or more passionate. The good old days are gone and the new day has dawned. Let your heart trust that when you have everything, let your heart trust that you have everything you need right now, whether you have a relationship you desire or not. Tomorrow is beyond your reach. Yesterday cannot return. Yesterday cannot return. The now is all that is available to you. Stay present and aware that in this moment, as you cherish and approve your beautiful self, you are a magnet for love. Spirit is madly in love with you right now. Did you know that? Turn to Spirit and turn to the joy of love in the here and the now. All right. So, I mean, you're watching a tarot video on love, right? So I think we can gather that some of you are definitely looking for romance or looking for partnership, but not everyone, right? Maybe you already are in a partnership and you're looking to take things to the next level, but this is a card ultimately is saying focus on where you're on right at this very moment. Rather than projecting into the future too far or romanticizing the past, live in now and appreciate it every single moment. Even like the ups and the downs, right? Because ultimately in the, the valleys and the peaks are where lessons lie, right? That's where we're really going to learn about ourselves and what it is that we truly want and ultimately how to get there faster, right? In Sagittarius season, which is all about action and motivation. But some of you are, it's like Spirit is calling you to sit and really think and ask, what is your 10 of Cups? What is your fairy tale ending? What is your 9 of Cups, your wish fulfillment? So, all right, we'll keep that in mind as we make our way through. The 3 and the 2 come to a 5. That makes me think of a Hierophant. Maybe some of you are dealing with a Taurus or thinking about marriage. All right, let's hop in for my Libra squad. Your energy is presenting as the devil. Ooh, yeah. Sexy depiction of the devil. She looks like a little angel stripper, doesn't she? All right, so card of Capricorn. Also, sometimes a card of vices, right? It can sometimes be just lusty relationships, but it can also be things that keep us stuck that are not actually helping to progress us in our spiritual path and our spiritual growth. It can be addiction issues. It can be codependency issues. It can be a multitude of things. So we'll clarify before we dig too deep. It's being clarified by the 4 of Pentacles, all right? Trying to break away from the status quo, feeling kind of bored and sort of complacent. I'm almost getting like 4 of Cups energy, but it's being presented as Pentacles Yeah, which it's like a safety zone. It's like a landing zone of like, okay, like we're good here, but ultimately that's why the devil is coming in to tempt you, because you want to taste something sweeter, right? I think you're kind of bored with the day to day, and you're looking for something more magic, more passionate, more sexual, more fun, even more dangerous, right? Just something to kind of like stir the pot and get things to a place where you feel alive again. That's sort of what I'm getting. And this may have something to do with like a timestamp of Capricorn season. If you're not feeling this way now, it does feel like maybe in Capricorn season, you may be wanting to take some sort of risk. Excuse me. And if that comes in the form of some sort of risk in your finances, I would caution you to just, I'm not here to tell you what to do, but I would caution you as you proceed forward, because ultimately if you jump too soon from what feels like a safety spot and you're bored, what progresses after this could potentially be Five of Pentacles energy, which is hardship, going through a really difficult time financially, also sometimes feelings of abandonment or just sadness, like difficulties. So it's almost like look before you leap, especially for those who are tempted to go into something that there's a streak of danger or an element of risk to it. Again, you are in the driver's seat of your own life, but if this devil energy is what's driving you and pushing you forward to get out of the safety zone, I would caution you with that. If it was the Fool that was driving you forward away from the safety zone, that would put me more at ease, because the Fool has like this very lighthearted energy of, I believe in myself, I will land on my feet. The devil is like, I'm gonna play some games with you. Like it's a little bit like devil may care, right? And especially the depiction, it just seems a little bit naughty, right? Like, yeah. And I don't mean to say that and sound like a prude or anything, but there's something about like the temptation of it. It's things are not what they seem to be. It's like the appearance is not always the truth. That's sort of the message I'm getting. What an interesting start to your reading, Libra. What else do we need to know about this devil? The Sun. Yeah. So ultimately, yes, that's the thing. It's like you're looking for happiness. You're looking for sunshine. Maybe you're looking to hook up with a Leo. Could be fire and air. That's sometimes a good combination. Ultimately, you're looking for joy. You're looking for renewal. And as I was saying, you're looking to do or participate in something that makes you feel alive again. This feels very boring and mundane, almost like you're just going around in circles, like, or going in loops, like one to one, back and forth, bouncing back. Nothing ever changes. I'm sort of getting like the metaphor of like a ping pong match, is back and forth, and nothing changes. It's boring. You're ready for someone to like take the paddle and knock the other opponent off on their head or something like that. And that's what I mean. It's like you're looking for change and excitement, but not in a healthy way, or at least what you're potentially thinking of like swaying to do, or I just want to say the temptation of trying something in a certain way or in a certain capacity. I would just caution you, because even though you may have good intentions, there's something here where it's not coming from a pure place. Again, it's coming from devil energy. It's not coming from the Hierophant energy. It's not coming from the Fool energy. So it's like the devil has quite a few steps to make before we can actually get to the Sun. If you're trying to leapfrog from this to this, it's not going to be a swift transition. There's going to be a lot of chaos that kind of ensues if you try and, I don't know if it has to do with like skipping over the details or the process, or trying to speed up the process in some kind. You're not letting things run its natural course. And especially in Sagittarius season, I'm definitely an advocate for seeking out outlets for change, travel, what motivates you, what inspires you, take action on it. But just be certain what is motivating you, what is driving you forward, and is it a healthy source that it's coming from? Very interesting. All right, cool. So let's look into your person. Again, this could be someone from the past. It could be someone in your future you haven't met yet. It could be your current sweetheart. They are presenting as the Magician. All right, kind of a cool depiction there. So that is Virgo and Gemini energy. And their underlying energy is the Six of Pentacles. All right. So both really good cards. Lots of, I am getting lots of like Gemini energy, if that means anything to anyone. Your person may have just landed like a new job, or going into some sort of career that is where they're very self-reliant. I don't know if they're their own boss, but there's something about they're in a position of power. And it's interesting. I think it's in a good way because they've done. Actually, hold on. I'm going to clarify because there's a couple ways I could go with this. I just got out of the shower and my hair is like sticking to my neck. I'm sorry. I keep having to like adjust. It's like, ugh, it's uncomfortable. What is this Six of Pentacles about? It's typically the card of reciprocity, but I am sort of getting a vibe of someone who's not reciprocating, or it could go either way. Hold on. This person definitely has power. I'm just curious if they're using it in a good way. The Magician in reverse is usually an indication that they're misusing their power. They're the master manipulator. Now, the Magician isn't in reverse here. It's in the upright. But yeah, I don't know. Something about this. I don't know. Let's see. What do we need to know about Libra's person? With clarity. What is the most important thing we need to know about Libra's person? About Libra's person here. With clarity, what do we need to know about Libra's person? Okay. Okay, the Lovers. So another card of Gemini. So I mean that if any of you are dealing with a Gemini, I know a fellow air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that could be confirmation like, yes, that's this person. If that's not the case, I mean, what I'm getting is that they're very powerful and can reciprocate in the arena of love. Sorry guys, I was coughing so bad I just wanted to stop you there. So yeah, overall vibe for this person is pretty good. Something about if you already know this person, again, likely a Gemini, if they owed you a sum of money, they may be in a place where they're able to repay you. And again, something about nurturing the seed long term. This person may have got some sort of promotion or raise, or have just recently been hired. And especially if they're involved in like the arts or creativity or even like spiritual arts. I know that's not going to be for everyone. But working as like a psychic or a medium or a tarot card reader or someone who works with energy, Reiki, something like that. Yeah, they're maybe at a place where they finally acquired or got some sort of job or position that they really like, and just in metaphor, they're able to spread their magic. They're able to take this really beautiful skill that they have and share it with the world. So even if it's not involved in, you know, all that kind of hippy dippy stuff, for lack of a better term, yeah, it's like they're at a place where they're especially creative, something in the world of arts or even entertainment. Yeah, it's like they've found the perfect job that they really love. I mean, their energy is good. I do like it. For those of you who that doesn't resonate with, there may be another, like, a different storyline here of, again, major Gemini vibes or potentially Virgo vibes. Someone you would have already been with that broke off a relationship to, again, pursue, like, their own stardom or their own fame. And I mean, it's sort of overlapping in what I just said, except this person would have left you to pursue something else. Again, money would have been their main focus, so they would have kind of split off in a different direction. I'm so sorry, you guys. All right. And if that's the case, that kind of makes sense. That maybe you're still having little pains in your heart about missing this person, especially if they're not with you. And so maybe that's why the Devil is coming up, because there's that desire to reach out to that person who maybe abandoned you or is on the cusp of doing that. It feels like you're texting a brick wall, like you're reaching out to this person and they're not reaching back to you. But that you want their warmth, you want their sun, you want to be the center of their universe, but I don't know. Let's see what's between you guys. The King of Cups. All right, so the King of Love. And the Mother of Swords. All right, so this is the Queen of Swords in this deck. Interesting. So we got your card, Libra. This is a card of Scorpio. Could be Cancer or Pisces as well. I am sort of getting two people who are at odds with each other. Or someone who's been put on pause or asked to wait. Maybe while this person pursues some sort of, like some sort of personal endeavor. Someone who may be a little bit selfish with their time or their love. And there's something, I do want to say, like, sexually that this person offers to you that you enjoy or that you like, or, it's coming from a place of whatever you like about them, it feels good in the moment, but it doesn't last. And it almost becomes like an addiction. It feels like an addiction to a person. And so maybe, like, I don't know, this could even be something like you sending them, like, racy or raunchy texts, like, I don't know, boob pics or whatever, like to try and get their attention, because they do seem otherwise preoccupied. I do sort of want to say that. I'm not getting like evil, manipulative vibes, but a little bit selfish. It's like they've recently come into like a position of power. This can also be a card of choices. They may have the attention of other people around them. It's like they're capable of reciprocity, but I don't know if they're bouncing it back to you. So, something about this, like the ping pong ball, like it just keeps coming back at you, but there's no change in it. There's no, let's meet up for drinks tomorrow at 9. It's like, good to hear from you. Yeah, sometime we'll hang out. And like, you just want to get there. You just want to feel it. You want that touch, or you want that desire or that fulfillment or whatever it is. And I think for you, it does come from a place of love. I don't think it comes from a place of purely sex or desire or whatever that is. But you're almost using it as a means to get it faster, Libra. Because maybe that's what makes you feel in control of this situation. And I'm not trying to say this in a condescending way, but for some of you, you may feel that that's all you have to offer is like your beauty, your sexuality or whatever. So it's sort of like, it's like the crux of what this relationship has been built on, especially with the King of Cups. It is a Scorpio card. But it's like, this is also indicating to me that like, better. Like you're the Queen of Swords, like logic, intelligence, truth, justice, clarity of communication, fairness. The one who will cut, right? If it's not worth her time or her energy, just cold-hearted, just nope, I'm cutting you out of my life. You're the one wielding the sword in this. So I'm wondering if some of you are questioning whether you need to sever ties with this person. I just heard once and for all. Let's throw a romance angel on it. I don't know. Your person is involved in chasing their cup, chasing what fills their cup. And the thing is, if that was you, they wouldn't need to go very far to chase it. And so I'm wondering, again, it might be career related, especially if it has to do with like money flow, if this person, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? If they're very focused on wanting to make their bank account healthy and, put all their time and efforts into work, but it would indicate to me that maybe if your priority right now is love and making the relationship the focus of your life, these two people presenting in the spread seem to be on different pages. But they both have a huge amount of power, right? I'm just getting that this is sort of like you guys meeting in the middle, literally, like the queen and the king, whatever, despite what gender you are, they are. It seems like it could be a decent pairing, only, I don't know, something about the elementals being very different. And even the color scheme, granted, it's different decks, I know this, but like one's an animal, one's a man, right? There's a lot of like, you guys aren't on the same page yet. Now, I'm not saying this could never be, but at the moment, like, I don't know. End of December into January, I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm feeling here. It's not feeling great, I'm going to be honest. Between Libra and their person here. Especially if this person, is involved in the arts or entertainment. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, well, finances and career came up, definitely. And this could be you too. You might be focused on your career as well. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now, particularly for your person. And then new love. A new person has stirred up your romantic feelings. All right, so here's what I get from that. If relates to you, Libra, I think there's going to be someone else coming into the mix here, because ultimately, here's what this is. If you're playing this back and forth with this person and it feels like you're texting a brick wall, like they're just not getting back to you, they're not returning your call, they're never asking you out, I think you're going to start looking elsewhere, right? Even if it's, and I hate to say this, but it just is coming up in the devil card, even if it's by means to make this other person jealous, or, you know, making out with somebody, or, like adding a third party to the mix is ultimately what I'm getting at. And it is sort of a means of revenge in a very subtle way. Again, it's lower vibrational thinking, but ultimately it's because you want this person. And with the sun, it's like you're trying to illuminate them to the idea, like, here I am, like, I'm your person. Do you see me? I really like you. But you may go about it in a way that is like less than flattering, okay? Now, if that's not the case for you, it could indicate that your person, again, if they have suddenly been like lifted up to this power position, they have a lot of options, a lot of choices, there may be a third party added to the mix on their end. And I don't like to do fear-based readings. I wouldn't say that if the cards weren't indicating it on some level. But I just sort of sense that at best, this relationship is sort of strained. You guys are not on the same page. And ultimately, like, someone is working towards a new. So if this is an old relationship that has been going on for several months or several years, and again, it's not really compatible, but sometimes it feels really good, but this and that, someone's got their eye on the prize and it's something new. It's a new Ace of Cups, and it's going to take some work to get there. So unless this is you wanting the revival of this relationship, and maybe it is, yeah. This is tricky because this Ten of Swords, something that's weighing very heavily on your mind, giving you anxiety, depression. It feels like a mental battle, a mental death of sorts. It's because I think deep down, your intuition is telling you someone has other options. Somebody is looking at other romantic partners, or at least other avenues of joy, to the point where they're not focusing their attention on you. It's like you want the sun, but what this person's looking up at is the moon. It's like the sun is down below. It's below all these other cups. It's below all these other options. And this is a really harsh message. I feel terrible saying it, but yeah, this person's main priority isn't you. And I think you either know that in your subconscious, or you may eventually learn that. And it's just like, it feels like somebody really stabbed you in the back. Like you just want to lay down and die, but don't. Because this message is coming through for a reason, right? There's a reason why you met this person. It was probably a karmic relationship or a karmic partnership. And maybe you're being asked to focus your time and energy on your career, because maybe in that arena or that area is where you're going to find some sort of new romantic partnership. All right, let's hop into your advice or guidance. And okay, sorry, one last thing. This is the other bottom of your deck too. The Six of Cups, if this is resonating for anyone out there, this person of the past, the one that you're potentially romanticizing, right? Past lovers, sometimes the card of like wearing rose-tinted glasses, over sentimentalizing the past. You have the Son of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands in this deck. Sagittarian energy, also Aries and Leo. But just given this spread, I will say the Son of Wands is the snake, right? It's the player energy. It's the player of the deck. He goes from one thing to the next, right? If he's bored and loses interest, his energy immediately goes to the next opportunity, to the next cup, right? To the next thing that will have them. And ultimately, I would say this, and I'm not trying to shit on your person or anything like that, but this is almost indicating to me that they don't have love for themselves, and so they seek outlets of love in other people. And once somebody comes and fills their cup, right? Like, oh, Scorpio, you're so great and wonderful and this and that. It doesn't have to be Scorpio, but you get what I'm saying. Their cup gets filled, and then they move on to the next person, someone else who's going to tell them that and fill their cup even more. It's like they need someone to stroke their ego. And Libra, like, that's just sort of like that's not your job, and that's kind of like a bullshit thing that I don't know. If I know my Libras out there, they're not about to like bow down to anyone, right? Like the Libras typically have their shit together. They're good people. I like my Libras, but yeah, it's like you may have gotten involved with someone who's just kind of messy. And granted, if they are where's my card? The Son of Wands, if they are the Knight of Wands, specifically a fire sign or a Gemini, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, I'm sure they're fun and charismatic, and Libra, you love that, right? Because you are too. That in itself is a good match. You guys can go out and have a fun night out or whatever. But yeah, it's like they were using you for your energy, even subconsciously. Again, I don't necessarily think this person is malicious. They're just selfish or very naive in terms of giving back. That's why this reciprocity card was coming up. Yeah, it was like something about this. It wasn't hitting right for me. Again, the idea of the ping pong ball, it should be a fun back and forth. It shouldn't be a struggle. And yet, if you're having to turn to like desperate means to try and get this person to communicate with you, they're probably not your son. They're probably not your everything. They're probably not marriage material. Again, at least now. They definitely have some player vibes going on. They're seeking options. They're seeking other people's heart space, sleeping in multiple beds, right? That's kind of Son of Wands energy. They're fun. They're a lot of fun, but they get distracted very easily. And the minute they get bored, they're going to move on, right? It doesn't have staying power. They are all about having different avenues and different options. And again, there is some sort of power dynamic here where they're also not about to bow down to anybody or anybody's rules. There may be a small misuse of power here, right? Especially like chemistry and in terms of like wooing a romantic partner. They might not be completely upfront with their intentions of I'm not looking for anything serious, especially if they present as the King of Cups. In reality, they're really just a knight, but they're presenting as the king of love. They're like the knight of one night stands. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm sorry, Libra, but I had to put it out there. That's sort of what these cards are indicating. I like this for you though, because this is saying put your hard work and endeavors into finding what makes you happy. Fill your own cup first. And that's so important because I think some, right? Again, not everybody, are in a really unhealthy headspace of turning to really desperate measures to try and get the attention of this person who in reality, like, they're just not worth it. They're just kind of like, I don't love their energy. I gotta be honest. And I mean, if this isn't a romantic partnership, maybe this is someone in your family, or this is like a boss or someone at work who has like multiple clients, right? And they're not treating you like, like you are a main contributor or a valuable contributor to the company, right? This can go in different directions, but this is asking you to focus on your own cup, what brings you happiness, what brings you joy. It's like when you put love and light out into the world, the universe is going to match that cup back and deliver someone else to you that like, they're going to be more in alignment with your heart space. Yeah, someone you can build with. And potentially someone who, like, your lives are going to transform together. You're going to be on the same page and there won't be this imbalance or this unequal power dynamic. That's sort of what I'm getting here. It's like Two of Pentacles, you guys are right in line with each other. You guys are right on the same page. And just between the imagery of the butterfly and the hangman, potentially a Pisces, this could be someone who, like, you guys decide to transform your lives together. You meet at a spot where you're both actively involved in changing your life for the better, for going after things that you love and you desire. And yeah, it's like sort of like your path may collide with this person at just the right time, and it would be new. It would be new love. And yeah, 2 to the 3. I love that. Interesting. Father of Cups again, and then you have the Death card. Very interesting. So Father of Cups is King of Cups. Same card, right? And I will say the Father of Cups here is depicted as like the black swan. I said something similar to Gemini, actually. I think it was Gemini. Their whole spread was about being like, the beautiful, pure, innocent swan queen, and then turning into that kind of like that monstrous devil side of them that was all about like the black swan, right? If you've ever seen that movie, it's like she transforms into like this monster sort of, right? She's got claws and this and that. And Yeah, and there is a performance element to you when you're trying to get the attention of this King of Cups, of this Black Swan. Like it takes you to, again, desperate measures or just a lower vibrational energy, Libra. Like, I don't mean to like hate on promoting female sexuality. That's not at all what I'm saying. It's because this card is being presented as the devil and ultimately like a stripper, right? Like that's sort of what this is indicating. I just keep getting the message, like, again, sending really explicit photos of yourself just to get this person's attention. And it's like that side of you is coming out that maybe wouldn't necessarily come out had you been with someone who was just, again, more in alignment with your path. Where's the card I'm looking for? I was looking for my Two of Pentacles, but I lost it. Where's my Two of Pentacles? Yeah, I don't know what I did with it. Someone who you can build with, someone who isn't this darker energy in your life. Oh my God, okay. And here's your advice or guidance. This is the card I was talking about. So Seven of Pentacles. This is all about the depiction of the Black Swan, right? Literally everything I just said. Gemini had this exact thing. So again, I was getting heavy Gemini energy with the Magician card and the Lovers. Like the Lovers can sometimes indicate third party type bullshit, you know, having a choice in who you're going to give your heart to. Yeah. Who do you want to be? Do you want to be the best version of yourself, or do you want to like dumb yourself down or have to like amp up your sexuality to get this person's attention? You should be amping up your sexuality for you because you want to, right? It shouldn't have to do with anybody else. And again, just like desperate measures to get somebody to respond to you or to see you or to admire you. They should do that whether your clothes are on or off. Do you know what I'm saying? There's my Two of Pentacles. I like this person a lot better. Again, this potential... Too many cards. I'm losing them. Where did my Pisces card go? The Hanged Man. There we go. I like this person better, who you could eventually build with, but it's saying you need to release... I'm just going to call it like I see it. You need to release the King of Cups. There needs to be a death of this sort of relationship to welcome in someone new that you can go from the 2 to the 3 with. Like healthy building, well-grounded, well-rooted. Something that could potentially stand the test of time. But it's going to take a decision for you to work on yourself, you know, pursue the things that bring you joy individually. That's when I think your cup is going to match, and you start to transform your life into something different, into writing that new chapter ultimately. So your advice or guidance is the Seven of Pentacles, which is the assessment card. Do I or don't I? Who do I want to build with? Where do I want to build? What do I want to build, right? It's really who do I want to be? Pentacles can be the body, right? Maybe some of you are doing something as extreme as wanting to have plastic surgery, right? Maybe this person once made a comment, I like you, but you know, like your boobs aren't big enough or something like that. Pentacles can absolutely be the body. And about this assessment of do I or don't I? The underlying energy, wow, is the Ten of Pentacles. Interesting. Yeah, something about like, and especially if this person is involved in arts and entertainment, the idea of superficiality, the appearance is very important to them. And yet they may have, pun intended, planted some seeds in your head about, you know, you're okay. Like you're pretty, but you're not beautiful. Like some bullshit like that, like, ugh. And that's what I mean. It's like the devil's getting to you. Those sick thoughts that potentially are like keeping you up at night. Right? Of I'm not good enough, or I need to transform, or I need to be different than what I am to please this person. Hell no. Absolutely not. If any of this resonates, flat out, this person's energy is not good. I just don't like it. None of the cards coming up in their area they're just not winning me over. So again, it's not going to be for everybody, but some of you probably needed to hear this on some level. I would seek this out. I would invest my time in this. And then the Eight of Pentacles is a great card because it talks about working on ourselves. And also it's the apprenticeship card. It's the artisan card. Going back to school, focusing on our job, our careers, our money, our body, right? Something like that. The tangible things that we want to progress and build on in our lives. Build. This is a card of teamwork, building. It can also be mind, body, and spirit. Getting yourself back to the one, back to the ace to focus on you. Because the underlying energy is your Ten of Pentacles, your legacy, your lifetime, the long term, the the hours you devote to your career, to whatever you want to contribute to society, to the money you want to make. It's decisions on, again, who you want to do that with, where you want to do it, in what way do you want to do it, like what you're willing to like resort to in order to have a healthy bank account. There's a lot of like, kind of darker issues coming up for people, specifically for Libras who are, on the cusp of making some not super wise decisions in order to please like a third party. And just that's where we need to cut. That's where we need like the Queen of Wands to be like, or I'm sorry, the Queen of Swords, you Libra, to be like, no, I call bullshit. Like, ruling, you're out of here. You're out of order, right? Like, it's kind of like the judge energy. Like, I think it's time to sever. I think it's time to cut and allow for more opportunities. Allow yourself for more options of happiness and fulfillment and joy, but it needs to start with you. It needs to start with loving yourself, because I think some of you have lost sight of that. And in this whole process, it's like you're willing to do whatever it takes. You're willing to transform your entire life for this person. And as we said, they have a whole mess of their own issues. So don't bow down to this weird power dynamic. I'm not into it. It feels super narcissistic. All right, last card for Libra. Advice and guidance. This has been a long one. Sorry, guys. Advice and guidance. Whoa, that flew right out. Surrender. Surrender to loving yourself. And also, I will say, I love this metaphor of, where's my butterfly? This is the person I like. The idea of building anew, starting with the ace, right? Finding someone who's on your level. There's equal balance and partnership. It's like the infinity symbol, forever back and forth, but it's not like this messy, chaotic, again, like texting a brick wall and being confused about, do I or don't I? I like this much better. It's very simplistic. It's very basic. It's very beautiful. It's going to grow from black and white to color, right? Surrender, I think, to the idea, and actually the Hanged Man talks about sacrifice as well. What you used to believe, the person you used to be, transformation into something else. What are you willing to release and let go of? What cycle really needs to be closed out and released and put to bed, left behind, so that you can transform your life into something new and beautiful? And the thing is, I think you guys know it at minimum in your subconscious, but your intuition is telling you that something about this isn't right. That's why this devil energy, it's like it's teetering. It hasn't fully presented yet, but there's the potential for that to come out. Be a higher vibe, be a higher version of yourself, a better version of yourself. It's too easy to be this, to do this. I'm getting it's not worth it in the end. You're being called to do something better. You're being called by like a higher power to transform your life, but it's not going to be easy, right? You're going to have to sacrifice something that maybe some of you aren't ready to sacrifice yet or aren't ready to let go of. But ultimately, the Hangman says, like, they can't come with you on this journey. This is individual, right? Typically this is like in metaphor, it's like the idea of the chrysalis before you become the butterfly. The butterfly's right there. You can have this new life. You can change. You can do something beautiful. But you have to decide that you want to do it. Ultimately, the Hangman goes into 13, which is death. Something needs to die off. Something needs to change here in order for you to achieve this new beginning, this new start in love, right? And I think that's what most of you want, or at least know that you're worth more than you're settling for right now. Because some of you are overly sentimentalizing the past. We have to like look forward to the future. And I mean, this card says, look in the right now, right? Like, really assess your life. That's what this card is. Assess every little piece and part of what's going on right now. Are you happy? Can you appreciate it? Or are you so focused on, I wish it could be this way. I wish they would notice me. That's like a red flag that something's wrong, right? Even just the depiction of this assessment, there's some dark things that need to be looked at here. It's the devil energy, right? All right, we will throw some zodiac signs on this and close it on out. Yeah, the High Priestess is coming up. That says to me, you guys already know. You already know what's up. All of this information has existed in your subconscious. I'm just bringing it up to the surface for you. So again, you are the driver of your chariot on your spiritual path. It is up to you what you want to do with these messages, but Ten of Wands is saying, close her on out. This is the end of a cycle. Close her on out. What zodiac signs want to come out in this reading for Libra? Zodiac signs. What zodiac signs want to come out in this reading for Libra? For Libra. All right. We have Taurus. We have Sagittarius. There's that Scorpio card. And Sagittarius again. So there's two of every sign in this deck. And you did have some fire energy going on. I'm shocked Gemini didn't come out, but you did. There you are. Libra, Scorpio, and Taurus. So yeah, maybe that means something to someone. Let me know in the comments below what resonates. Please do like, share, subscribe, and I will see you very soon for more tarot readings. Bye!